Hello friends and everyone, welcome back to our channel. The 1994 Lincoln 1-cent coin holds a unique place in the long-running Lincoln penny series, but unlike many of its predecessors, it doesn't boast a headline-grabbing rarity or sky-high auction prices in the millions. However, its place in the U.S. Mint's history and its value within the context of coin collecting offer a great narrative about what makes this penny special. Design of the 1994 Lincoln 1-cent coin. The design of the 1994 Lincoln penny maintains the iconic characteristics introduced by Victor David Brenner in 1909. The obverse features the famous bust of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This image has been one of the most enduring coin designs in American history. Brenner's design was revolutionary for the time, breaking away from traditional representations of liberty on U.S. coins and instead paying tribute to a real historical figure, especially one with the stature of Lincoln. On the obverse, we find Lincoln facing right, a sharp and familiar profile against a smooth field. Above his head is the inscription "In God We Trust," while to the left of his image is liberty. To the right is the year 1994, representing the year of issue. Beneath the date, you may also find a small mint mark, indicating which U.S. mint produced the coin. The Philadelphia Mint coins bear no mint mark, while Denver minted coins feature a small D. Coins from the San Francisco Mint, intended for proof sets, carry an S. The reverse of the coin remains true to Frank Gasparro's 1959 redesign, commemorating the Lincoln Memorial. This design was introduced to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and replaced the earlier wheat ears reverse used from 1909 to 1958. The Lincoln Memorial design shows the iconic monument in great detail, with the inscription "United States of America" arcing above it. Below the monument is the coin's denomination, 1 cent, and between those, we see the phrase "E pluribus unum," meaning out of many, one. If you look closely at the Lincoln Memorial, you can see a tiny representation of Lincoln's statue within the structure, a tribute to his likeness inside the real monument in Washington, D.C. History of the 1994 Lincoln penny. By the time 1994 rolled around, the Lincoln penny was an incredibly familiar coin to Americans, having been in circulation for over 80 years. The penny had gone through several key changes over its lifespan, but it had maintained its symbolic importance in American culture. One of the most significant historical developments for the penny in the late 20th century was the shift in composition. From 1909 to 1982, the coin had been primarily made of copper, but rising metal prices forced the U.S. Mint to change the alloy. From 1982 onward, the penny's core was made of 97.5% zinc, with only a thin outer layer of copper to retain its original appearance. The 1994 Lincoln Center follows this post-1982 composition, weighing 2.5 grams, compared to the earlier pennies, which weighed 3.11 grams due to their higher copper content. While 1994 didn't bring any significant changes to the design of the penny, it was part of a period where the future of the penny itself was in question. Debates about the cost of producing the 1-cent coin and its relevance in modern society were ongoing, and these discussions continue to this day. However, despite these debates, the penny remains an essential part of American currency and an entry point for many novice coin collectors. Value of the 1994 Lincoln penny. The value of the 1994 Lincoln Center is typically close to its face value in circulation, but higher grade examples can carry a modest premium. Circulated condition. In circulated condition, most 1994 pennies will be worth no more than their face value of 1 cent, as they are very common with over 30 billion coins minted that year across Philadelphia and Denver mints. Uncirculated condition. Uncirculated examples, particularly those in mint state MS grades, can fetch slightly higher prices, ranging from 0.10 to 0.50 depending on their condition and the sharpness of the strike. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can command higher premiums, usually in the range of a few dollars. Proof sets, the proof pennies produced at the San Francisco Mint are also of interest to collectors. These pennies, struck with extra care and using specially prepared dies, exhibit sharp details and a mirror-like finish. Proof coins from 1994 can sell for around 1 to 3, depending on condition and demand. While the vast majority of 1994 pennies are only worth face value, it's important to remember that small minting errors or unusual die varieties can sometimes surface in the coin world, potentially increasing a coin's value. However, such errors are rare for the 1994 issue, and no major errors or varieties have been widely documented. The reality of the 1994 penny in auction markets. Unlike some of the more famous Lincoln pennies, such as the 1909 SVDB or the 1943 copper penny, the 1994 Lincoln Center hasn't made headlines for fetching millions at auctions. The sheer volume of pennies minted in the 1990s ensures that most are not particularly rare. Collectors often seek out Lincoln cents from the early years of production or from years where minting errors or rare varieties were produced, which is not the case with the 1994 penny. That being said, the key to value in modern coins like the 1994 penny often lies in condition. Extremely high-grade specimens, particularly those graded MS68 or higher by services like PCGS, can bring in surprising prices. For instance, a 1994 D penny graded MS68 RD by PCGS once sold for over $1,500. These are the exception, however, and are driven by collectors seeking the best of the best in terms of condition. While it may not have broken auction records, the 1994 Lincoln penny remains an essential piece of American numismatic history and continues to be a staple of coin collections. Its commonality makes it accessible to most collectors, while its classic design and enduring symbolism give it a place of honor in the vast series of U.S. coins. The 1994 Lincoln 1-cent coin, while common, embodies the rich tradition of the Lincoln penny series, which began in 1909. Its design, a tribute to Abraham Lincoln and his legacy, has been cherished by generations of Americans. Although it may not boast million-dollar auction prices, the 1994 penny is a great example of how even the most everyday coin has a story to tell about the nation's history, design artistry, and the evolving world of numismatics. For collectors, it offers an affordable piece of history, and in higher grades or proof forms, it can serve as a testament to the quality craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. The second and most valuable, the USA Lincoln 1-cent coin from 2004, is part of the long-standing Lincoln penny series, which was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This coin has been an iconic symbol of American currency for over a century, with design and composition changes that reflect the nation's history. The 2004 penny remains part of the broader Lincoln Memorial Reverse series, which was used from 1959 to 2008, until it was replaced with the Lincoln Bicentennial series in 2009. Design of the 2004 Lincoln 1-cent coin. The design of the 2004 Lincoln penny follows the same layout that had been used since 1959. The obverse front of the coin features a profile bust of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This design was created by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB appear near the bottom of Lincoln's shoulder. Brenner's portrait of Lincoln is one of the most enduring and recognizable designs in U.S. coinage history. The reverse back of the 2004 penny displays the Lincoln Memorial, an image that was introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse design was the work of Frank Gasparro, and if you look closely, you can see a tiny depiction of the statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial. The words United States of America are arched across the top, with the phrase E pluribus unum out of many, one directly below it. At the bottom, the coin's denomination is spelled out as 1 cent. History of the 2004 Lincoln 1-cent coin. By 2004, the Lincoln penny had already been in circulation for 95 years. Its introduction in 1909 marked a departure from the tradition of using allegorical figures on coins, making Lincoln the first real historical figure to appear on a U.S. coin meant for general circulation. The Lincoln Memorial reverse was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, replacing the earlier wheat ears design that had been on the reverse from 1909 to 1958. The year 2004 was a time when the U.S. Mint was preparing for a significant transition. In just 5 years, in 2009, the Lincoln penny would see a series of new reverse designs to mark the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. As a result, pennies from the early 2000s, including those minted in 2004, represent the final years of the Lincoln Memorial reverse before it was replaced. Composition and minting. The 2004 penny follows the same composition introduced in 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched from a predominantly copper coin to a copper-plated zinc composition to reduce production costs. The coin is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This change was necessary because the price of copper had increased, making it more expensive to produce pennies than their actual face value. The 2004 penny weighs 2.5 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a thickness of 1.52 millimeters. The 2004 Lincoln penny was produced in 3 locations: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver marked with a D, San Francisco proof coins marked with an S. The coins from Philadelphia and Denver were intended for general circulation, while the San Francisco coins were special proof versions meant for collectors. Value and collectability. For most Lincoln pennies minted in 2004, their value in circulation is equal to their face value of 1 cent. However, as with many modern coins, uncirculated or high-grade coins can hold additional value for collectors. The most sought-after examples are proof coins from the San Francisco Mint or MS-65 and higher-graded coins from Philadelphia and Denver. Circulated coins, common examples found in circulation, are typically worth their face value of 0.01. This applies to the billions of pennies that were produced that year. Uncirculated coins, an uncirculated 2004 penny, graded MS-65 mint state or higher, can be valued between 0.30 and 2, depending on the quality and the specific grading. Proof coins, proof pennies from 2004, especially in PR65 condition or higher, can be worth 5 to 10, as these are often minted with more attention to detail and come with a mirror-like finish. Reality of the 2004 penny. For the most part, the 2004 Lincoln penny is not considered a rare or particularly valuable coin. Billions of these coins were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, and the sheer quantity produced means that finding one in circulation is still quite common. However, the penny remains a staple in American coinage, and while most examples will not garner high value, certain conditions such as being graded in mint state, being part of a special proof set, or having unique errors can increase the coin's desirability among collectors. Recent auctions and million-dollar sales. Unlike earlier Lincoln pennies, such as the 1909 SVDB or the 1943 bronze penny, the 2004 Lincoln Center does not have any known examples that have sold for millions of dollars. While older, rare Lincoln pennies have fetched high prices at auctions due to their rarity, historical significance, or errors, the 2004 penny, being a modern coin, has not entered this tier of collectability. Most auctions featuring the 2004 penny typically involve high-grade examples, such as MS-69 or MS-70, or proof coins, which may sell for a few dollars to several hundred, depending on demand. The highest values are often tied to error coins, those with significant minting mistakes that make them rare and unique. However, there have been no major error varieties reported for the 2004 penny that have commanded extreme prices. As such, while the 2004 penny is an interesting piece for collectors, it has yet to reach the level of auction prices in the millions. The 2004 Lincoln penny is an example of a well-designed and historically rich coin that remains a staple of American currency. While most examples hold only their face value, collectors still appreciate high-grade or proof versions of the coin. Though it hasn't achieved the rarefied heights of some earlier Lincoln pennies at auction, it serves as a reminder of the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the impact his presidency had on the United States. The 2004 penny marks the tail end of an era, with the Lincoln Memorial design soon to be replaced, making it a significant piece in the long history of the Lincoln Cent series. Thanks for watching and joining us with this channel.